Are there potatoes in Warhammer?
What?
You know, like French fried potatoes.
Yeah, I'm familiar with potatoes.
Okay, so are they in Warhammer?
In a setting that has some of the most horrific monsters and warriors ever created.
Yeah?
With countless stories spanning across books and games and video games.
Uh-huh.
A setting that is quite literally the origin of the term grimdark.
That's the one.
You want to know if it has potatoes?
Exactly.
Who would ask something so stupid? So, now that we've established what we're doing today, are there any potatoes in Warhammer?
Yes.
But they are not as common as corpse starch. Okay, but what are the morals of the Warhammer 40k main factions?
Oppression, trauma, mine, rock and stone, unity, survival, hungry, punching.
Time for a two-parter. Okay. If one Primarch could free himself from chaos, who would it be?
Maybe Angron, the Red Rager.
And what reason could bring him back? A hug from his dad. What does it mean to be Primaris?
Actually, my Space Marines are even better than yours.
Why don't Space Marines just warp jump into the middle of a hive fleet with a bunch of nukes and a giant self-sacrifice explosion? Tyranid fleets mess with warp travel, also gene seed loss. And how big is the Warhammer 40k universe? It is massive and sprawling, but smaller than yo mama! Oh, funny guy. Well, what's your favorite kind of squig?
Obviously the hair squig.
For, no reason in particular.
What's ceramite?
Heat and shock resistant ceramic material used in Imperium armor.
And how did the Mechanicus get away with so much heresy?
They worship the Emperor as part of their divine trinity. You, with your current knowledge, are dropped into the Warhammer 40k universe on a planet under the Imperium of Man. Not a paradise and not a death world, something in the middle. How long do you survive? Not long if the Imperium discovers how much I know. Are you my real dad? JK, my actual question is, why do the Chaos Gods exist? What are they made of? All the strongest feelings of creatures with souls psychically manifested.
What's your favorite Warhammer 40k faction?
Orks, they're the only ones having a good time. Do you think there would be any way for a D&D world to survive an Ork war? With enough level 20 wizards casting Wish, anything is possible. Speaking of which, we actually got a few D&D questions. Oh, okay, shoot. Same rules though, exactly 10-word answers. Don't you think this rule is less entertaining than it is just a thing that gets in the way of actually answering the questions? How do you cure PC paranoia to NPCs? Fine. Introduce NPCs that just stay helpful and nice. No surprises. That fine kind of brought it up to 11. What are some easy ways to get art for D&D homebrew if you can't draw and you don't want to use AI? If the homebrew is free, magic card art. Credit artists. And if we can talk for a minute about why you shouldn't use AI art. Word limit. Anyway, I have this character concept where I'm a Warforged scion who was to absorb the intelligence of other creatures. His goal is to absorb all knowledge in existence. Me and my DM were thinking about making my character a twist boss, but I don't know if it would be fun for the other players when they find out they let one of the players be a twist boss, especially since they'll be a player short during the boss fight. What would you suggest that could make the twist of finding out for... This is a long question. What would you suggest that could make the twist of finding out fun for the other players? Player-villain twists rarely work. Consider Zuko. Villain turned teammate. What is the difference between intelligence and wisdom? Wisdom is awareness and empathy. Intelligence is analysis and knowledge.
Is Blade of Disaster a good spell?
It's limited, but if it's fun, who cares? Basic things to consider when wanting to homebrew a wizard subclass. Avoid copying other spellcaster features. Wild magic, channel divinity, meta magic, etc. How do you determine the challenge rating of a creature you homebrew? Compare it to published monsters with similar HP and power. Who sits in your dream D&D 6-person party for a fantasy roleplay heavy 25-session campaign? But you can be the dungeon master or a player. Dungeon master? My siblings. Aww. Player? Lizzo, Doja Cat, Lou Wilson, Laura Bailey, Guillermo del Toro DMing.
Oh.
Right? Word count. Oh, come on. I like DMing, but every time I try starting a campaign, I end up burning out of it and end it prematurely. Right now, I'm trying to make it a series of shorter modules, but I'm scared I will still burn out. Not a question, but a good idea. Try it before worrying. Wow, that was super fun and helpful. Yeah, and if other people want to be able to participate in the next one, they should consider subscribing to the channel and or joining the Discord to get notifications when there's opportunities to submit more questions or pick new themes of rules that are maybe less limiting and more fun than 10 words exactly. I don't know why that was the first one we did. It was kind of frustrating.